Hello, my name's Carl. This is my backyard, so welcome to Carl's Backyard. I'm looking at a pile of dirt, two piles of dirt, depending on how you want to view it. There's the brown clay, and then the actual dirt is the darker brown. And of course there's two piles of dirt because the wheelbarrow tipped over a little while ago and it rained. And I wasn't expecting it to rain, so I had a wheelbarrow full of dirt sitting here. And it rained, got unbalanced, tipped over, etc., etc. The reason we're over here, though, is I want to get this done this week, this top section of the stream. You can see the stream right now starts there. This section here had been the area that the top pond was in. Decided to do away with the top pond and just extend the stream all the way up and around. And had to fill in the hole, which is where all the clay came from. Filling back in the hole that used to be the top pond. And now that I have less than an hour of sunlight left, I'm thinking about getting started and doing just some little putsy work. It's supposed to rain tomorrow during the day, and when it rains, this clay becomes impossible to work anywhere near because it gets very yucky and sticky and messy, and you can't walk near it without it getting stuck to you. And so I'm sitting here tonight, and I think I'm going to try and get a little bit done. I have gathered up the supplies that I think I need to finish. I've got a bunch of PVC that'll hopefully let me move that contraption over to there. Basically butted up against a little planter box I built there. I'll pull out the cinder blocks and the 3 flagstones that are back there. That way I can level that area off and build a base, call it, out of cinder block. I do need to elevate it over there a little bit, just so that I got some slope between there and over here. In the ground, I do need to raise the ground, so I'm going to need some more dirt, some more clay. I'll bring over here because I still have a lot of clay from digging the pond itself. So hopefully today, before it gets too dark, I'll at least be able to get the cinder block and a couple pieces of slate and probably that light that are out of there. Dig that out so that it's flat and level, and then build a base out of cinder blocks, and possibly even get over a wheelbarrow or 2 full of dirt. Probably not do any shaping or anything with it. I'll probably just get it over here, and then I'll cover it with a liner. That way if it does rain tomorrow, I don't have to wait basically a week for the clay to dry out enough to be manageable again. But I think that's what I'm going to try and do. We did go. I went to everybody's favorite store, got some cinder blocks. Big selection of cinder blocks there, I know. They're cool. Ooh, cinder blocks. So I got some cinder blocks over here. I got more rock. Yeah, we went to the rock shop the other day and picked up a bunch of rock. So there's about a ton of rock there. It's like 900 pounds is what it came to. So 900 pounds of new rock. It does count this big rock here and that big rock next to it. Unfortunately, the problem is you get over there to the rock shop and you just start looking at rocks and you're like, ooh, that one's cool, I want that one. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I know I want it. And it's got this really neat, I don't know how well you can tell from the camera, but it's got this really neat pulley slope thing going on here. And the side that it's sitting on is really flat. And so I'm trying to figure out if there's some way I can tip it. I don't really want it standing up because I don't have a drop this high. I'd like to be able to have the water coming through here and then dropping down. I've got that going on going into the top stream now. I did put a couple of rocks there to cover the transition to the new portion of the top stream versus the stream that's there existing, but it's covered in liner, so you can't really see it right now. That is kind of a big drop, though. I don't know that I'll be able to justify that much of a drop. If I had a hammer drill, I'd pound some holes in it and split that rock right about here or so. That way I'd have a smaller drop. There's a frog in the background throwing in his 2 cents. But yeah, so I'm not totally sure what I'm doing with this rock. It's got, like I said, it's got this really cool bowl kind of thing going on here with the low spot right there. I'd really like to be able to get some water to run over that and then come down. That is smooth though, and I don't have a lot of water, and I have a low water flow up at the top stream. The top end of the stream is going to have a lower water flow, so it won't really be able to cascade over that. The water will just run and then stick to the rock basically. And I'll probably wind up using that piece just as a edge to hide the cinder blocks, because I'm going to wind up going 2 cinder blocks high to cover the plumbing, make sure that I'm above the plumbing and I have room for not a waterfall weir, but basically a waterfall weir. It'll just be built out of liner and cinder blocks, giving it space, and then I'll dump out of a pipe into that and let it overflow and start the stream. But yeah, I got cinder blocks, I got dirt, I got liner, I got PVC parts, although it occurs to me now my kid brought the PVC parts around from the truck and I'm not sure where he put them, so I'm gonna have to go find those. And I've got maybe half an hour, 45 minutes of light left, so we'll see how far I get. I do. Sorry about the quick swish pan there. I did get a lot of cool rocks though. And of course we went to go get rocks. It was nice and cool here at the house. By the time we got to the rock yard, it was like 100 degrees according to the temperature thing in the truck. And then we loaded up the truck in 100-degree weather, hand picking all these rocks. I had to dig them out of a rock pile, of course. It's not like you just put all the cool rocks out front for me, except for that one. And that big one was actually sitting out in front of the pile. Picking it up and getting it into the truck was a trick, but it was sitting out there going, hey, get me, get me. As were most of these rocks. I just had to dig for them a little bit. I got all excited about rocks, I know. As much as I'd love to stand here and just keep holding the phone and talking, I really ought to get some work done. But look at my bromeliads. And this bowl here, these are all pups that I had pulled off of one. They seem to be doing good. I know I had to cut some of the leaves because they were dying off, but they've got new leaves coming up. I watered them, I think it was earlier today, so they still got some water in their cups. And these 3 here, the little 3, not this bowl, that bowl died, but a pot rather. But these 3 here all came off of a smaller one. Is that a mosquito on my hand? That is a mosquito on my hand. Can I focus? Focus on the mosquito. It's not going to do it. Focus on the mosquito. There he is. I don't know what it is about the back of my hand, but this time of day, it gets to be evening, I cannot walk outside without a mosquito finding the back of my hand and putting a mosquito bite on it every single day. At least that one's in a new spot. Usually they hit me dead center. Yeah, usually they hit me dead center of the hand. That one, oh, I guess he was done. Flew off before I could smash him. Too busy chatting about him. But yeah, bromeliads are doing good. These 3 here are pups, and again, they got new little leaves going on in there. These 2 here, the name of which starts with a T, and I can't remember it because I want to say tilapia, but that's a fish, not a plant. But I did learn the actual type of bromeliad they are. I just have to go and look it back up. And they don't have any pups yet that I've been able to see. Hopefully they will before they finish dying. I might cut the bracts off. I believe that if they're not done flowering, they're at least dead enough flowering. So it's my understanding if I cut these bracts off, that'll encourage them to go ahead and jump to the crate pup stage. So I can get some pups off of those. And of course these will all come inside over the winter. They take a while. It depends, I guess, on the species and whatnot, but they can take up to several years to get to the actual cool flowering and having the bracts and colored leaves and all that part. It can take them a while to get there. So I'm just going to have a collection of them, some of which will be flowering and some of which won't at any given year. There's a big new leaf on my Alocasia Polly. Came in, obviously it's the brighter green one, and it's easily twice the size of the other leaves. So I'm happy about that. I figure it's always a good sign when the new leaves come in twice as big as the previous leaves that were there when you bought it. It has put up some new leaves since I bought it, other than that one, but they were mostly lower, smaller ones. But that's got one big one there and another, looks like it'll be a decent sized one that's still mostly curled up. And you can see the purple on the bottom. These leaves are green on top and that brilliant purple reddish color on the bottom.